Today we're going to talk about handling a conflict like an alpha. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Link is in the description for the email list. Share it, like the video, all that. Now, you're in a discussion, you're having an argument. That argument turns into disrespect. We're talking about now other males. We're not necessarily talking about in this video handling a conflict with your girl or in a relationship. We're talking about handling other men and conflicts with other men. And how would you handle that if you were tapped into your most alpha self? First thing you're going to do is you're going to pause. You're going to do what I call a tactical pause, because you have ingrained primal reactions that you're inclined to do or have that are going to get you in trouble. Maybe they might be the right answer or the wrong answer, but you don't really know that. You're just reacting. So when somebody gets you with disrespect, when someone attacks you, okay, it's because disrespect is an attack on who you are as a person and your value. Well, just reacting to that might not be the most productive answer. So you're going to not react. You're going to take a tactical pause. And that pause might just be a deep breath. But that pause will allow you to transition into a response. Prior to their disrespect, you cared about something in that conversation. Maybe you cared about what other people thought about you or how they saw you. Or maybe you cared about the topic and the discussion that you were having. Or maybe you cared about their well-being and you were calling them out, let's say, because you cared about their success or their well-being. Maybe it's a combination of all those things. Doesn't matter. Point is, you cared. They hit the disrespect button. Now you no longer care. You don't care about their well-being anymore. They're dead to you. The topic you may care about, but who cares? You can't have a productive conversation about that topic if they're being disrespectful. What other people will think about you, well, they'll recognize the disrespect for what it is, and when you react, or rather respond, the right way, then they'll know. So that's why your response in most of the cases is going to be NFG or no F's given. You're not going to banter back and forth. You're not going to defend yourself. You're not going to insult them back. You're not going to have a explanation, nothing. You're going to just simply walk away from it. Maybe you say nothing. Maybe you just say, whatever, bro, best of luck to you, and you leave. You're not going to put any more time, effort, or energy into that person, that discussion, that situation. You no longer give a crap. That's probably the most alpha thing you could do. What that demonstrates is that this person is not a threat. Everything they're doing or saying is no threat to you. Therefore, not worth a response. They're so below your value, in fact, that they're not worth your energy or time. That is a demonstration of your value and a demonstration of their lack of value. That's probably the most alpha thing you can do. That's more alpha than cursing them out or coming back, because when you come with something like that, when you come with an attack, that is when you are demonstrating that they're actually worth something, or what they're saying may have some clout, right? Their disrespect may be something. And this includes, it's very hard, because sometimes you just want to punch them right in their face, especially if they get into disrespecting, let's say, your girlfriend or your girl, right? If you're right in front of her, oh man, all right, that's a tough one. You're not going to white knight your girl. Just tell them, all right, done with this discussion, get the F away from me, right? It's over with. And that's it. No F's given. We're done. Okay? Now, another response is violence of action. That's when the person actually is a threat. So maybe they're a threat to your physical, they're in your physical space, they're a physical threat, they're crossing physical lines. That's when you put them down with no remorse and at a level of force that's appropriate within the limits of the law. So lethal force or non-lethal force, but you put them down fast and hard. You need to learn some combat skills for that, so that's something you need to work on. What if it is, let's say over the internet, an internet conflict? That happens, right? The safety of the screen allows people to say things that they would never say in front of your face because they don't have the balls. Well, it's the same thing. No FG most of the time. But sometimes you'll have a conflict with somebody who has, for whatever reason, even if they're a complete D-bag, they have some clout or they have some ability to harm you. Now we're getting into defamation, where they can actually harm you through what they're saying on the internet, affect your business, affect your personal standing, and so forth. Maybe even affect your family or whatever. So it's at that point you do need to actually respond or do something. You can't just have NFG, tell them to go F off or have a nice day and forget about it and put your energy somewhere else because they can harm you. So what you end up doing is, in a verbal sense, violence of action. You call them out for what it is, call them out for what they are, but then you walk away again. You don't spend lengthy time explaining anything. You just go for the jugular and then you leave it. And then you put your energy into something else. That's it. That is how you handle it as an alpha. A lot of you guys don't handle your conflicts like this with other men. You allow yourself to get roped up into the conflicts, get into the name calling, get into the wasting of your time and energy. You end up giving these people who disrespect you more clout and more time and energy and effort than they are worth. You end up giving a statement of value that says that they are actually worth something by putting this effort into them. My suggestion is that you stop doing that. Thanks for tuning in.